guys, it's Kurt Tips. I want to welcome you guys to the call this morning. I hope everybody can hear me. I am excited to be here. Today is Tuesday, July the 20-something. I never know the date. But I want to welcome you guys. I hope everybody's excited. This is Psych the Fan. I'm always promoting Team 250. We're super excited about the X Factor. This is the last cycle to take advantage. So hopefully everybody is moving and shaking. I know me, I've come high. Every seed I planted over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've been following that last couple of days. Got lunch today, a couple of different appointments today, putting together some events on the road here for the next couple of days. But a lot of things happening. I hope everybody is busy because one thing you have to know about season, once the momentum starts, understand next period something else will roll out that will allow us to capitalize even more from what we've created here. With the X Factor, the company is rocking and rolling. Plans to go over 250 million, closer to 300 by the end of the year. So hopefully all of us are moving forward. Hopefully all of us are super excited about what's going on inside of Zeta right now. So I'm excited that you guys are excited and excited that everybody's here. But continue to promote to your teams. It's never too late. I've seen individuals get started, sponsor people same day, next day. It's never too late. Do not, please, do not let your feet off the gas pedal or foot off the gas pedal when it comes to promoting for the X Factor promo. Trust me, guys, somebody out there is looking for extra income. I know I get excited every time I start to talk about it. I believe I talk about it too much. But trust me, there's always people who are looking. We have the answers, and the only way they know what we have is if we open our mouths. So make sure you're still promoting. Make sure you're ramping up for all of the corporate events. I'm super excited to know we got 2 new products that'll be rolling out here before the end of the year. Corporate is about to go on tour. You heard Ms. Harry talk about the event in Atlanta. I know it'll be in Mississippi. I know it'll be in Alabama. They're all over the place, rolling out the event, getting us prepared for the summit in October, rolling out new product. New product is always exciting. We all love the Moringa, but there's nothing like new products, nothing like different forms, different ways to be able to intake Moringa. So I'm excited about that, and then here we come, the end of the year, the summit, there'll be another new product rolled out, some new things rolled out that'll take us right over into 2014. It seems like 2013 just started, but it's halfway there. The company's locked and rolling. Hopefully everybody wakes up with a renewed excitement. I think every single day, because if we go as hard as we can, or if we go as hard as we could, every single day, a day's in, we're tired, we're exhausted. We need to recharge, but every single day, when our feet hit the floor, we have to have some sort of renewed energy. We have to renew our minds, we have to renew our spirits, we have to get ready to get going every single day. I heard Lou Holtz, who one of the most incredible football coaches, college football coaches in history, said if what you did yesterday still excites you today, you hadn't done much today. So that's exciting for all of us to continue to move forward. I want to encourage everybody. I know sometimes I have to encourage myself. But to continue to move forward with the energy, same passion, same excitement that we have when we get started. There's nothing like getting started, nothing like being super excited. We don't know much, but we're at the height of our excitement. There's nothing like it. So you guys be excited, stay excited, and I think everything else will pretty much take care of itself. Now, really quickly, I got about 15 to 20 hot minutes. A couple of things I want to share. Always looking to share what's on my heart. I know yesterday I had an incredibly busy day. There's a lot of things going on, business, family, all kind of stuff, life. But I did about 10 3-way calls yesterday. And then the last call, it was with a new guy. He hadn't even got started yet, but we're treating him like he's already involved. One thing I tell you I do with all my prospects, I treat them like they're already involved. I talk to them like they're already in the business. I use terms like, when we do this, this is going to happen. These are prospects, so that's how I talk to them. But the last 3-way call we did, that's enrolling today, and he asked me so many questions. I get excited when people ask questions, because that means they want to know, they want to learn. But he was asking me questions about the three-way call. Coach, you say you've been around Jesus for X amount of years. I hear everybody talk about being partnered with you. Why do you keep putting me on the phone with other people? That's what he asked me at the end. I think one guy, in a period of about 20, 30 minutes, I did 2 three-way calls with the same guy. 2 different people. One matched his background, and one matched his career. So I wanted to mirror match both of those guys, get him on the phone. But he started asking me so many questions about three-ways. And it really got my attention because, see, when we do things for so long, they become second nature. And sometimes we forget the importance of doing them. We do them so much, we just do it. For me, I just do them. I do them 3 ways, I do them. If I need a prospect, guarantee it's going to be on a 3-way call. If I'm getting ready to call the prospect, guarantee it's going to be on a 3-way call. If I'm even talking to a prospect, I don't talk to a prospect long, more than 2-3 minutes max, before I get on the phone with somebody else. Hands down, I just do not do it. But for me, I've been doing it so long, it becomes second nature. And I think sometimes it's easy for us, who do it all the time, it's easy for us, or hard for us to remember exactly why. Remember how important it is. Remember the importance. So this morning, I wanted to share a couple of things when it comes to 3 ways, a couple of examples, just a couple of tips. But hopefully everybody will increase the number of 3 ways that they do after this call this morning. One thing I learned early in the industry from a mentor of mine, he said 3 ways are the best way. 3 ways are the only way. We have so many analogies with 3 ways. You want to get your checkup, do 3 ways. Get your 3 ways left, get your checkup. Your check is a direct reflection of the number of 3 ways you do. If your check is not where you want it to be, if your check is not even worth talking about, trust me, that simply means we're not doing enough 3-way calls. I heard that early in the industry, learned that early in the industry. It was something I adapted early in the industry, and it found to be so true. If you're not doing 3 ways, if your team is not doing 3 ways, nobody's growing, nothing is happening, and nothing is duplicating. Well, a couple of quick tips about 3 ways. And I always say this, if it's not broke for you, don't fix it. If something Coach just says just doesn't feel right in your spirit, act like I didn't say it, alright? So just understand, I'm just sharing what works best for us, alright? If something works good for you, that's good. Continue to do it. If it's duplicating, even better. Teach it to me so I can implement it as well. Alright? Now, couple of things. Number 1, always do 3 ways. Don't let your prospect determine whether or not you do a 3-way. The system always works. The system is what sorts people for us. The system doesn't care if you're a rocket scientist or an astronaut. It doesn't matter if you're a fireman or an engineer. Doesn't matter. The system will sort. Let the system sort. I hear people sometimes, being exposed to doctors. I was on the 3-way yesterday with a physical therapist. I've had people in the past who expose people of that caliber and didn't want to put on 3-way calls. I've heard people say, I didn't want to do a 3-way because I didn't want them to feel like or think that I didn't know. Wrong answer. You have to understand that 3-way is a part of the system because it shows our support, and it also shows a new person that you don't have to know much. It won't take much time. 3 ways eliminate time. Alright? So understand the importance of it. Number 2, understand you can never do too many with one person. I use 3 ways for everything. I use 3 ways when prospecting. I use 3 ways with distributors when I'm trying to get a point across. I use 3 ways when inviting people to events. I use 3 ways when confirming people for events. I use 3 ways for everything. And understand, there's no set rule that says you can only do 3. Or you have to do 2. Well, I've already done A3. I hear people say, well, he's already been on a 3-way. That's not good enough sometimes. For me, it took me I met this person, met that person, heard this story, heard that story. Sometimes it takes more. I get people all the time, well, he was on a three-way about 3 months ago, so he's already done a three-way. It's not formality, it's a mess. It's a part of the ingredients. Is that part of the ingredients that you can't leave out? Sometimes you need a pinch, sometimes you need a tablespoon, sometimes you need a little bit more. But understand there's no set cardinal rule on how many three-ways you do per person. It's not like aspirin, not like medicine. Take 2 a day, call me later. No. Understand, sometimes it will take a little bit more depending on the person. Now, really quickly, there's several different types. You can use them for so many different things, but understand 3 ways allow you to get out of the way. 3 ways move us out of the way. They allow us not to be an issue. Sometimes if I say somebody you know, your background could be an issue. Sometimes you prospect somebody you don't know, your background could be an issue. Understand 3 ways allow us to get out of the way. Now, really quickly, let's talk about prime point for a 3-way. Now, understand, anytime I put a prospect, distributor, or whatever the case may be on a 3-way call, the best thing that I can do is properly edify the person that I'm getting on the line. Now, I don't pat myself on the back. I don't like to, I don't reward myself, whatever. I'll hype myself up. But sometimes I've been on 3-way calls where the edification was so bad. It was that great. The edification was so bad I wanted to hang up. Guys, understand, we must make our prospects feel like the expert that they're about to meet can walk on water, glow in the dark. Practice your edification skills. Practice talking highly about somebody else. See, for some of us, it's out of the norm because we're so used to talking about ourselves. I did this, I did that, my family has this, we got that, we did this, we went here, we went there. We're so accustomed to talking about ourselves. So a lot of times we have to remove our egos. We have to get them out of the way. It's not that we can't edify, we just don't. We won't. But understand that every single thing in your business is lying on how well of a performance your expert does. But understand the expert will perform better each time depending upon how he or she is brought out. You ever been to an incredible show, an incredible concert, and the top act, the headliner doesn't come on until somebody else performs. But understand, the person that performs first, the person that starts the show is the person that's going to bring the most energy. Is the person that's going to get the crowd off their feet. Is the person that's going to get everybody excited before we see the main act. By the time we get to the main act, we're chomping at the bit, we're salivating, we can't wait till he or she hits the stage, but it's only because we've been prepared by the person that brought them out. We as distributors have to do an incredible job at bringing out the expert. We have to do a better job at setting up the 3-way for the expert. I remember I heard a gentleman tell a story once. When he was getting prospected, he ended up becoming a multi-million-dollar earner in the industry. When he was getting recruited into that particular company, he just got that work, was about to get in the shower, had on no clothes, shower was running. But the gentleman that called him, the distributor that called him, did such an incredible job at edifying the expert. He said he sat on the edge of the bed, butt naked, waiting on that call because he didn't want to let the expert down. I think a lot of times what we do is we edify our prospects so much that we edify our prospects more than we do our experts. We have to, in order to have an incredible 3-way call, bottom line, we have to do a better job at bringing out our expert. I heard somebody say years ago, Ed McMahon made so much money by introducing Johnny Carson, but all he ever said was, "Yes, Johnny." Guys, understand the role we play as distributors in setting up the 3-way call. Now, 3-way call with a prospect. Understand this. I I teach my team this. I would like you to pre-expose, share some info, make sure the person has looked at the info before you call me for a three-way. That's how I would like it to go in a perfect world. But guess what? Nobody's perfect. Nothing's perfect. So I teach my team, the sooner you can get me on the phone, the better. All you have to do is be great and edifying, and the sooner you can get me on the phone, the better. Now, yesterday I did a couple of three-ways with a couple of prospects who were just getting the information. They never looked at it, hadn't looked at it yet, had it in hand. But once again, I teach my team, get me on the phone as fast as you can and allow me to clean up. Allow me to back clean up. Whatever you may have missed, allow me to do a better job. Allow me to clean it up. Allow me to put some urgency on the prospect to take a look at the info. So sometimes I do three-ways with prospects before the info has ever been used. Is that the system? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but the bottom line is if we can start the process, the quicker we can start the process, the better the outcome will be. So I did those three-ways. I was excited. John Doe, it's exciting to meet you. Listen, what you have in your hands is all top secret classified information. I say things like that. I get giggles out of people on three-ways. I have fun, but I'm always serious. But you got in your hands classified top secret info. You have to get to it today. Can you do that, John? Yes, I can do that. So understand, sometimes I do three-ways with people before they even take a look at the info, just to pour more gas and to create more urgency. Is it more work by me? Yes. It's okay. Alright? Now, so understand three-ways with prospects are good. Now, we all understand that after prospects taking a look, those are the best three-ways, because then, once we're edified, we can get on the line, and then we can start to find out what they like, start to figure out what their questions are going to be, and start to move them forward. One of the best things I learned in the industry, and I take it with me every single time I do a three-way. A three-way call, regardless of the type, a three-way call is just a bridge to lead a person from one destination to the next. Make sure as an expert, when you're doing three-way calls, you don't just do the call, tell your testimony, and get off the phone. Move the prospect somewhere else. Move them to more info. Move them to be closed. Do something, but move them. Don't just do three-way. Don't just tell your story and then just get off the phone. All right, guys, gotta go. See you later. And leave the new distributor on the phone with crickets because they don't know which way to go. So understand, a three-way call is just a bridge from one exposure to the next, from an exposure to a close, whatever the case may be. But understand there is purpose in a three-way call. Make sure you move the distributor, the prospect, to the next exposure, to the next base, whatever the case may be. Make sure you move them, all right? So the three ways for prospects. We know how they work. Edify the expert. Get the expert on the line with the prospect. Let the expert take it. Our job is scripture. Our duty as a distributor is just to be great at edification. So let's commit to doing more three ways with prospects, hands down. Second type of three way I always do is three ways with distributors. We got events coming up. Events, we know how important events are in the building of a business. We build a business from event to event. But understand, each and every one of us as distributors has our own amount of what I like to call pull power. As a distributor, David Moses may be able to pull someone because of what he's done in the industry, because of the years, because of everything. He may be able to pull someone a little bit further than I can. So understand, each and every one of us as distributors has our own amount of pull power. And every now and then, it's going to take a three-way. It's going to take somebody else with more pull power than you to be able to pull someone in the direction you want them to go. If I just met you, you're a cold prospect today, I probably won't have the power, the pull power to be able to pull you an upcoming event. But if I do an incredible job of edifying, if I let you know this young lady walks on water, glows in the dark, she's helping people from coast to coast, she's retired from her full-time job, to be able to do leisure all the time, now edification may give her more pull power than me to be able to move you or move a person to an event. But I use my full power, or I use Mike Sims' full power for distributors when it's time for events to come up. You know, as leaders, we get ready to promote events for our teams. We get the team excited. We're hoping everybody shows up, making sure everybody comes with a guest. But sometimes, instead of us doing it, it's great to be able to use three-way calls. I used a three-way call a couple of days ago, trying to get a young man registered for the Utah event. I had a young man that went for the first time last year, so instead of me, who's been in the industry 11, 12 years, know the importance of making it to events, instead of me, I used someone else to share their story, to share their testimony, another distributor. I moved out of the way, edified that distributor, got him on the call with this particular gentleman to let him share his Utah experiences to further help this gentleman get enrolled and get signed up for that event. So look, three ways are also great for distributor to distributor. Sometimes your pool power won't allow you to be able to move someone, even a distributor, even someone you personally sponsor, even a family member that's in your business. Sometimes you won't have the pool power to be able to move that individual where you want them to go. So know that it's great to do three ways when you are in the business, to be able to get that third party, to be able to get that validation, to be able to get credit, to be able to get what you need to be able to move someone where you want them to go. So know that three ways are also good, not just for prospects, but they also work for distributors. Now, last type of three-way I talk about, and there's 4 or 5 different three-ways you can do. Last type that I think is absolutely incredible is confirmation for events with prospects. I always use three-way calls to confirm my prospects for events. It doesn't matter if it's a Super Saturday. It doesn't matter if it's a weekly presentation. It doesn't matter if it's an in-home PDR. It does not matter. If you want to increase your show-up ratio, if you want to increase the number of guests, the number of distributors, whatever the case may be, that show up at an event, use the three-way call to confirm. Now, understand, I don't call a prospect up and say, hey, listen, I want to get you on the phone with my expert, I want to get you on the phone with Mike Sims, blah, 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 so he can confirm you for the event. No, that's not what I say. I just say, hey, I want to get you on the phone with John Doe. I edify John Doe, and I say John Doe is going to be at the event this Saturday, and he'll probably tell you his experiences for being at the event, and you also get a chance to meet him or her. And now my expert knows, because I'm talking to my expert, knows that I'm calling for a confirmation call, so my expert in the conversation will confirm my guest. Hey John, you're going to be at the event, right? Right. She told me all about you. She was excited that you're coming. We got a seat reserved. You'll be able to make it, right? Right. If you're not able to make it, you'll let us know so we can get your seat to somebody else, right? Right. Get your prospects on the phone with somebody else to confirm them for events. It's nothing worse than showing up at an event, expecting 10 people to come. You did no confirmation calls and none of them show up. Nothing worse. Nothing worse than having your expert drive 4, 5, 6 hours to your market, commit the time away from his or her family to come and help you grow your business, and you do no confirmation calls. If you want somebody to fly across the globe, you want somebody to drive across the country to help you build your business, do them a favor and do confirmation calls before your event. I've gotten to the point now where if I'm doing an event and it's, now I'll drive across town. Now I will have some sympathy, but if I'm doing an event, I got to drive across state 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours and nobody does confirmations. Guess what? The day before the event, we're going to talk about how to do a power play because I'm not coming. calls are good for you, and they also show your expert that you are diligently working the system. Understand three ways. You can't go wrong with them. You're always going wrong without them. But if you want to build a big duplicatable business, three-way calls have to be included. 3 ways for prospects, more than one is necessary. 3 ways for distributors, more than one is necessary. My motto is 3 ways for everything. This is a third-party business. A lot of info to do the work, a lot of experts to do the work, and everything else will take care of itself. Now, a couple of hours, I'm at the bottom of the hour. I want to open the line for anyone on the speak mode. I know there's several events. I got several text messages this morning. Everybody wants me to read announcements. I wish I could, but I got about 9 or 10, so obviously I can't. Hopefully you will jump on the speak mode and promote your event. You have time to do so. Anybody?
Good morning, Coach F. How are you this morning?
I am incredible. Good to hear your voice.
Awesome training this morning. This is Dr. Keisha Ashley from Birmingham, Alabama, and I appreciate the opportunity to promote our super event with corporate, the Racer Summit Tour here in Birmingham, Alabama. We are so excited, and we're expecting this to be the largest event that we've had in the state. So we are promoting, not just announcing, but promoting this event, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone in Birmingham, Alabama on August 9th and August 10th. This event will feature, of course, Deja Corp. We have Jerem Dastrup, who is Director of North American Sales. We also have Uncle Rusty Aki, who will be in the building. We are super excited to have him back to Birmingham. And we also have the top money earner in the United States of America. We have Mr. Chris Estes. We have Black Diamond Executive Mr. Mike Sims, Black Diamond Executive Mr. Greg Beer, Double Diamond Executive Mr. Tony Fleming, and many more diamonds. So, there's no other place to be than Birmingham, Alabama on August 9th and August 10th. On August 9th, we have a special distributor training, an intimate meeting with Mr. Greg Bibb at 5 p.m. Later that evening at 7:30, we have a meet and greet social, and we'll also have training that night. We'll have food, we'll have entertainment, and then again on Saturday will be the main event. And of course, this is the Racer Summit, and we know that there's a special announcement and some special goodies that corporate will be releasing and unveiling and sharing with all of us on Saturday. So if you have not registered for that event, please go to ZGEvents.com. Anyone you know in and around Birmingham, Alabama, the Georgia market, the Alabama market, the Mississippi market, the Tennessee market, the Florida market, anybody in and around that area, we look forward to taking care of you and taking care of your guests. I will give my phone number, which is also available online at ZGEvents.com, and we have to register for those 2 events separately. Friday night is $10 and Saturday is $20. But my number is 205-541-7716. Again, that's 205-541-7716. Thank you so much, Coach F, for an awesome training, and we look forward to seeing everyone in Birmingham in a couple weeks. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. Good stuff. I'm excited about that event. Next person, anybody else?
Hey, Coach, this is Sean Danner. How are you doing? Canada.
I'm incredible, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, Coach. I just wanted to say, it's always great to hear your voice. You bring a lot to the table, and I was just wondering, can I sign up again? Because I'd like to join your team. What I want to say, Coach, is look, it's a pleasure working with you, and I want to add to what the last guest was just talking about, the last leader. I just want to say, if you go to your drinklifein.com and you go to the bottom of the page, and if you check on the sites, Media Center, etc., as a new distributor on the line today, you can see all the events, and I invite everyone to post their events on the corporate site, and make sure that you understand, everyone, what exactly it is we do. It's who do you know that knows who, where in the world, and therefore direct your team and your people to those sites and to those internet sites that have the information of where these big meetings are, that are all posted on the corporate site.
understand this is a leveraged business where we can build outside of our backyard. So you're absolutely right. Anybody else? Alright. Well, I want to wish you guys a prosperous day. I promise you, all we have to do is open our mouths, ask, and it shall be given. So with that, you guys have an incredible day, and we'll see you over